Alrighty, today working on an Austrak van, about a 15 footer, and going to slot the heater in a compartment just inside the door. Looks like the most accessible spot. I'll show you where it's going to go in a minute. Off we go. Right, two options. Over there's a false floor under that cupboard, so I'm going to go for this one. I reckon I can get it lengthwise in here and shooting out across that way. That's my hope. Okay, of the two options under here, the water tank goes right across to the edge there, so it won't fit in there. It won't fit in here because there's a chassis rail running through there, but if I take this piece of timber out here and create some space, I can probably just fit it in. So, tight fit, but we're going to make it work. Okay, I've taken a little bit of timber out, and that will just give enough space to mount this heater. Okay, so here we are located there. I'm just going to drill the hole for the vent so that we get that lined up perfectly. Just got Tech screws holding in place, but I'm going to put nuts and bolts through there because that's a very soft floor and it won't hold with the Tech screws. Okay, so having put the vent in now, I've got that secure. Just going to drill some holes through there, put the nuts and bolts through. Alright, it was good to get that bit down. Had to put the bolts a bit further in because the chassis runs right up there, and there was going to be no way of putting the nuts on, so the bolts are a bit further in. But doing underneath, I'll show you that. So here we are. Put an extra flange underneath because it's quite a wide floor, and got the pump over here. Exhaust right here. About the only place I could mount it. It was very tricky because I didn't want to mount it on the secured to the floor. The floor's not super strong. And then running the fuel line back to the front there. Anyway, we'll go out and have a look at the fuel tank. Alright, fuel tank secured nicely just on the side of the toolbox there, out of the way. Just going to drill a hole, join it all up, and then we'll get some power happening. Okay, got the first run through happening. Just going to tidy all that up. Cable through here, over to the batteries over here. Needed to open up the bed to get to there, because they're stuck under there. So it's been one of those days when everything's been a little bit harder than it should be, but we're getting there.